Okay, welcome to the airlock aboard the International Space Station. This is where we do all things spacewalking. And it's currently May 31st, and we're getting ready for an EVA, a spacewalk, on June 9th. We're just kicking off what we call the Road 2. That's all the activities leading up to our EVA, getting all the equipment and suits ready. And today we're doing something called a loop scrub. So inside the spacesuits, there are water tanks and water loops. And water serves two purposes in the spacesuits. Number one, it's our cooling fluid. It's the working fluid for keeping us cool as crew members. We wear these garments called LCVGs, the Liquid Cooling and Ventilation Garment. And inside here, there are all sorts of tiny little tubes filled with water that's constantly circulating and keeping us cool. The other thing that water does is it feeds the sublimator. So the sublimator at vacuum is sublimating water away, and that's what allows the heat exchanger to reject heat out of the system. And so that's a constant sort of, water is actually a consumable in the spacesuit. We're constantly losing a little bit of water to the sublimator. So we have a primary and a reserve water tank, and that's one of the consumables that we track during the EVA. We're actually able to top off our consumables using these umbilicals, the service and cooling umbilicals. These are connected to the suits while we're in the airlock, and we can top off our battery state of charge, top off our oxygen, and top off our water before we leave. So we'll disconnect these right before we leave the airlock. And today, the suits are actually powered on, the fans are running, and we're pumping water through the system. And we've got this complicated assembly of tubes and filters, and this is what we're using right now to scrub those water loops on both suits. We also have a conductivity analyzer up here, so we're paying attention to the conductivity of the water and making sure we have high quality water before we take these suits out to space. In here, in the airlock, this is the equipment lock section that we're in now. This is where we get everything ready. And then behind me, it's filled with some stowage right now, but eventually this crew lock section is where we go and we pump the crew lock down to vacuum, and then there's a hatch in the floor that leads all the way out to space.